Hello, I'm on episode number 27 of the TEW WWE Challenge run. This is the go-home show for SmackDown for the Judgment Day pay-per-view, and before the two-night Vengeance / Judgment Day extravaganza. Without any further ado, let's just jump straight into the show. We kick off SmackDown backstage with Otis, a side of Otis we've never seen before. Otis opens the show, he's storming through the back, he's throwing boxes around. Tucker! He gets the Tucker. That's how you know it's serious. First time I've ever actually heard him speak his full name and not call him Tucky. Tucker, you son of a bitch. He's not even in like the Otis. He's more of a serious side of Otis. He's not doing the Tucky voice. He's just how he would sound pissed off. And he bumps into Mustafa Ali. Artie tells him that he, being Ali, has a match with Tucker tonight, but Otis will get his hands on him at Judgment Day. He wants to put an end to the Hoss House as much as Otis does, and he promises that he'll prove the world wrong and defeat Braun Strowman at Judgment Day, take his Universal title, not just for himself, but for Otis, for Mandy, and for the WWE Universe. So yeah, there'll be Tucker versus Mustafa Ali later on tonight, and Ali says he'll beat Tucker and he'll take Braun's belt at Judgment Day this Sunday. 37, Lacey Evans, now of the Forgotten, defeats Shotzi Blackheart with an armbar. Lacey gets a 35, Shotzi gets a 30. They don't seem to click, which has made the match bad. But yeah, I didn't really expect much else between these two. Just a match to build up to the 6-person tag match at Judgment Day between GX and the Forgotten. Sonya Deville cuts a promo, or doesn't cut a promo, so he has like a video package of her in a training camp. And Sonya asks, she's like, Alexa, do you even know what's happening here? Have you ever been in a real training camp? See, this is a camp for real wrestlers. Wrestlers who are in the business to be a champion, not a best friend who hosts talk shows and drinks coffee. She grabs some nameless woman and makes her submit to an armbar, and she's like, see you Sunday, Lexi. And then switches the camera off that she was talking into. So Sonya getting nice and prepared for her match with Alexa Bliss this Sunday at Judgment Day. The obligatory match between two people who've got nothing else to do on the show this week is between Dolph Ziggler and Chad Gable. It gets a 61. 54 for Gable, 63 for Dolph. Gable debuts his Olympic athlete gimmick, which he doesn't debut. He's had it for a while, but I forgot to change the Shorty gimmick. But that's gone now. Shorty G is no more officially. We now have Gable, the Olympic athlete, but he doesn't have the best of starts because he's beaten by this bum. JFL performance, they're getting better. Guys, they're getting better. They've doubled in ratings over the past 2 months. I think the first ever one got an 18. They're now getting 32s. And last week we saw Mackie in singles action because she's the lead singer of the band. This week we'll see another 2 members in tag team action, being Marika and Mina. And apparently we're never going to see this combination ever again because they don't work. But they defeat Mary Jo Foster and Rebecca Martel. Marika pins her with a machine gun drop apparently. And yeah, that's the match. Mary Jo Foster gets a 14, 43 for Rebecca. And yeah, that's about it. Dakota Kai got the promo after that. Oh, her and Raquel. She says that time is almost up for the Kabuki Warriors. This Sunday, her and Raquel stamp their names in the history books. Sugar Rush interrupt them and say that in case they haven't heard, there's not just a match at Judgment Day, there's now also one at Vengeance. And Dakota and Raquel might want to keep an eye on that match. Because, well, they could end up changing who they could prepare for the Kabuki Warriors this whole time, but they could be facing Sugar Rush instead if they win the day before. And what better way to see who is more ready for the Kabuki Warriors this weekend than with a little tag team match right now. And of course they can do this because the tag titles float, and anyone who's chasing the tag titles can appear on both shows. So we get Sugar Rush versus Dakota and Raquel. Sugar Rush get the win. They pin Raquel Gonzalez. Zaya Brookside does. Zaya gets a 32, 30 for Candy Floss, 27 for Raquel, 43 for Dakota. Yeah, so the women's tag team action's really heating up, heading into. There's going to be a combination of these teams wrestling 3 days in a row. Got this match on Friday. Saturday will be Sugar Rush versus the Kabuki Warriors, and then the winner of that match will face these two on the Sunday. Here's a promo. Kayla Braxton is backstage with Lucha House Party. She says that last week they both lost in singles matches to the members of the New Day. They may be in over their head this Sunday. But then, as not noted in this promo because it was unplanned, Lince Dorado broke his wrist in that match against Kofi Kingston, so he can't make it this Sunday. But luckily for them, they don't have to forfeit their tag title opportunity because there's a third member of the Lucha House Party. And in walks this fucker who says he'll step in for Lince this Sunday, and hopefully he'll channel that spirit of Dorado that he had, the fire that he had going into this match, and him and Metal Leak will bring home the gold, lucha, and do a good lucha thing. Kalisto's back. Moving on, Mustafa Ali and Tucker have a match. Tucker ends up getting the win by disqualification because Otis comes to the ring and beats the fuck out of him. After the match, this fight gets a 62. Otis storms to the ring and takes it to Tucker, causing the DQ for Ali. Dabba-Kato and Oba-Kanu, they try to get in and stop him, but Otis has a steel chair in a hand, and he swings the chair and he knocks the two giant men off the apron, and he rips his shirt off and he goes, "Come on, Braun, get in here and fight me." Braun stays on the outside, but then from out of nowhere, Mustafa Ali jumps into life, and he leaps over the top rope with a big dive, taking down the Universal Champion. And then Otis gets all fired up. He does the choo-choo, and he goes to hit his old best friend, Tucker, with the caterpillar. But Dabba-Kato and Oba-Kanu pull Taki to safety as they save him from taking the caterpillar. But will they be on hand to save him taking the caterpillar this Sunday at Judgment Day? Paige is in her office when we hear the sound of two women cackling from off camera. Camera doesn't show them, but of course we can probably guess who it is. And then the camera pans to show that our prediction was correct as we see Sasha and Bayley walk in. And then Bayley's mocking out. She's like, "Wow, Paige, you're super intimidating. Number one contender got wiped out last week. So I guess I have the night off." Paige says Bayley shouldn't get ahead of herself. Man, she may not look it, but she is a tough cookie. She'll make it to Judgment Day. She says, but she's like she'll make it, but she doesn't really believe it because she got beat up by 4 gigantic men. And then Bayley's like, "And if she doesn't?" And Paige is like, "She will." But then she forces Sasha and Bayley out of her office, so a little bit of doubt on Paige's mind about whether or not her number one contender Mandy Rose can make it to Judgment Day. The main event match of the evening is a tag team match. Cesaro and Daniel Bryan team up to take on Shinsuke Nakamura and Corbin, and it is the babyfaces who pick up the win when Bryan submits Corbin. Bryan gets an 85, Cesaro 70, 71 for Nakamura, and a 66 for Corbin. After the match, it says Corbin gets rage DQ'd, but I completely changed the finish because I realised I did that with Swerve on Raw, so I've changed his fuck doing that finish twice in a week. So Corbin just attacks Bryan after the match because he's salty. We'll change it to a roll-up. Bryan rolled him up, and then that's why he's angry. So Corbin attacks Bryan after he rolled him up in the match. And of course Drew Gulak comes out to help his partner, and them two fight but Corbin, and they sort of brawl up the ramp and all the way to the back, leaving Cesaro and Nakamura in the ring alone. The two former friends come close to blows, but Sami Zayn gets in between them. He struggles to contain his two friends. Cesaro charges at Nakamura with an uppercut, but then, just like on Monday Night Raw, something I am willing to do twice in a week, because in both cases it advanced something, less so the story, or more just how much of a dick Seth Rollins is. But on this one, it will advance the story. Nakamura pulls Sami Zayn in front of the uppercut, and he takes the brunt of the attack. Cesaro, he sort of looks down and conflicted. He's like, "Well, I didn't mean to do that because, yeah, Sammy, you've been a bit of a dickhead, but you obviously still care for me. You're trying to still be my friend." So he sort of kind of regrets what he did. Shinsuke, though, sort of does his slide out of the ring and just smirks as he walks up the ramp. Face to face, the Big Dog and Big Bill ahead of their match at Judgment Day, the forgotten WrestleMania main event. Roman says, Judgment Day is actually an appropriate name for this pay-per-view because after this pay-per-view, it'll be the official end, the official Judgment Day of the career of Bill Goldberg. Because, to be honest, Bill, you're jealous because I'm everything you wish you were. Goldberg then takes the mic. He's like, I've never been a man of many words, so I'll keep it short and sweet. Roman Reigns, at Judgment Day, you're... The Fiend actually appears this time. He stood between Roman Reigns and Goldberg. Both men, they turn, they stare at the Fiend. He just laughs in the face of both men, and the lights go back out. And we just hear his laughter as the show goes off the air. 73, we lose Pop apparently. Don't know why this got so bad. I'm starting to realise I don't I think it's more, whatever. What is more important than that is what you thought of the show, so do let me know what you thought in the comments below. And I'll see you next time for episode number 28, which will be the Vengeance pay-per-view. See you then.